Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, and our special guest with us here today is the Transformers Legacy Evolution Leader Class Armada Megatron. I got this figure yesterday at Target. There was a 20% sale on Transformers figures. I don't know if it's still going on, but if it is, pick up as many figures as you can. Let's take advantage of those good sales. So anyhow, here we have Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron in his tank mode. Really nice and cool. Green paint all around, just like the original figures. Some red, black, and gray for the cannon. You can see his head right there sticking out in the middle. I mean, that is cartoon accurate, so can't complain about it. Here's how he looks on the bottom. Again, very reminiscent to the original figure. And if you have Jetfire's blast effects, it is compatible with the cannon. That looks cool. I love that. Articulation in this mode, the only thing you can do is angle the tank cannon upward a full 90 degrees. You can rotate it off to the side. It cannot do a full 360 spin. It does have a few stoppers, so that's about as much range that you're going to get for the tank turret. And unfortunately, there is no Minicon Leader 1, as all the other Legacy Evolution figures do not come with, but I do predict that maybe Hasbro is going to release a core class line of Armada Minicons. I'm definitely predicting that. So anyway, that's how he looks in his tank mode. Now let's get to transforming him. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come down here, untab these green panels right here, and then you can extend the legs and close up that panel. Extend the leg, there we go. Extend the leg, close up the panel. And then you can bring out his feet, flip up the toe first. It's really tight. Bring back the heel spur. Bring up the toe. Bring back the heel spur. Then what you're gonna wanna do is untab the tank turret to give you some room to rotate his waist 180. Close the turret back. And in the TV show, Megatron was always walking around with his tank turret off to the right or off to the left, depending which angle you have him at. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So we're pretty much done with the lower body. Now let's work on the upper region. So the first thing I like to do is bring up the panel with the Decepticon insignia. These little black pieces, they tab into the treads. So just untab it. Untab it. There we go. And bring them down so that way they will become part of the upper torso. Untab. And then push it into place right there. Next, we are going to take the caterpillar treads and we are going to angle them out like so to give him that broad-shouldered look. And there you go. And unfortunately, the treads do not lock into place, so his shoulders, they're floppy and they will move with any little movement that you make, so just be careful with those. Bring down those panels once again. Open up this compartment to pull out his fist. Pull out the arm and then the fist. Close it up, and then inside you can rotate the fist out. Like I said, this shoulder does not lock into place, so be careful. Open up this compartment. Bring out his arm. Close that up. And then rotate the hand out. All that's left to do is we're going to open up the chest. Then rotate the face cover inside, close it back up, and there you go. Now we officially have Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron in his robot mode. And I love this figure. I'm glad I picked him up. I was waiting for a while. I guess you could say that sale is what pushed me to pick him up because he's an amazing figure and I kind of wish I picked him up sooner. But let's look at the details on him. Let's look at those details. So some nice silver there for his face. Piercing red eyes. Nice, what looks like charcoal gray right here for his antennas with some orangey red outlining right here and also right there around his neck. Green inside of there for the treads and then black for the treads. Nice purple and some really nice silver here. It's like chromed out silver. That's one thing that I do love about this figure. He doesn't suffer from the lack of paint that most Transformers figures have. And the paint is really nice and bright and chrome. So yeah, a really cool figure that I do love. Now let's take a look at the articulation. So if you move the panel out of the way, you can bring up his arms pretty high up. They can move outward. His fists, they can also swivel. The legs can kick forward pretty well. 90 degrees of bend at his knee. He even has ankle tilts. Come on. Let's show that tilt. There we go. Yeah, he's got ankle tilts on both of them. So you can get him in some pretty cool battle poses. And the head can rotate a full 360 degrees. There we go. And his neck is kind of on a ball joint, so he can kind of look down a little bit, sort of look up to the side. You can angle his head, so that's pretty cool. Something you couldn't do on the old figure. And for his attack poses, you can bring out his arm and bring forward his cannon. And once again, if you have Jetfire's blast effects, it is compatible. Raise the camera up a bit. Yeah, let me raise the camera. There we go. Yep, he is compatible with Jetfire's blast effects, which is really cool. And what you can also do, just like on the old figure, bring out his arms, rotate out the cannon, extend him right here at the waist. And always remember, untab the cannon like so. So you have enough clearance to rotate his body 180 right here at the pink region. Purple region, I'm sorry. There we go. Bring up the turret, tab it in place, bring forward the cannon, and don't forget to lock his waist back into place. And then you can take this piece here and bring it forward. It can't angle upward anymore, unlike the old figure. It just locks into place right there. And again, no projectile missiles, but that doesn't bother me. But this is still pretty cool. And you can rotate the cannon and the turret however way you please, just like on the old figure. And as you can see, we have some holes right there in his arms. I'm pretty certain that's where the Legacy tidal wave is going to combine with him. I can't wait to see that figure. So once again, just extend that. Push this back into place, tab it in, angle it down, and then rotate it 180. There we go. And now for comparison. Let's bring in the original Armada Megatron. Well, this is Galvatron. I never got the original Armada Megatron figure. I only got the Galvatron repaint. But it's still the same figure. And as you can see, this figure is very faithful to the original. I do love it. The only thing that I'm disappointed in is that there is no knife gimmick for the hand. Unlike this one right here. It has a knife gimmick. I really wish they could have included that on this figure, but that doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. The only thing that kind of does bother me is, like I said earlier, there's no Minicon Leader 1, but I'm predicting we'll probably get Core Class Minicons. So now let's take a look at another comparison with the Commander Class Optimus Prime. Now, I can't wait to display these two side by side. That's going to look really cool. And so, yeah, this figure originally goes for $55 here in the States. The sale that Target has going on right now, I don't know if it's still going on, but it was 20% off, so I got him for $47. So it's a cool figure. Definitely worth it. I highly recommend him. I mean, he's not perfect, but there's no such thing as a perfect action figure. If you love it, pick it up. I hope you guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you all next time.